of the Democratic Alliance in the City of Tshwane wants Council Speaker Mncedi Ndzwanana ousted. They claim he's being controlled by the EFF and ANC, which the party says is undermining stability in the metro. The DA adding that the governing coalition will use its majority to protect the citizens of Tshwane. We're joined now by the ANC Tshwane Secretary, George Matjila. Mr. Matjila, good evening to you. Thanks for your time. Firstly, give us an account of what has transpired in Council today.
Well, greetings to your viewers. The item is about to be heard right now, and our position as the ANC is very clear that we will be supporting the Speaker. We had an agreement with the Democratic Alliance in terms of how we need to move forward, because we believe the Speaker has managed to make sure that the stability in Council. He's very impartial in terms of how he conducts himself. So there's no reason whatsoever that a motion can be passed through. We are steadfast. We are in his support because we believe he's very helpful.
So are you saying as the ANC you're being supported by the Democratic Alliance, and this is particularly fighting for a position that says he should remain as the Speaker?
Well, it's not a support as such, but remember there are continuous engagement between ourselves and them, because our position is that we need to create stability so that we are able to provide services to our own people. And once you have a situation whereby at all material times there will be motions against this and that, what it simply means is that ourselves as the ANC will do the same, and that will create instability. And I think the City of Tshwane is one of those cities that is now enjoying stability, and we are hopeful that with this stability we can be able to achieve more. Yes.
Of course, Mr. Matjila, it's interesting that you say that, because previously Action SA seemed to enjoy the support of the likes of the DA, the IFP and others when it came to what should happen with this particular position of the Speaker. So are you saying that that has now changed?
No, it has not changed. Remember, they are in coalition, something that we are not in, but the ANC is the major stakeholders in terms of the numbers it has. So we operate on the basis of engagement. So they came to us to say, Action South Africa is preparing to put a motion, and it's part of their arrangement, and what is our view? And we said no. I mean, with the numbers that we have, if we are to create a stability in the City of Tshwane, our view also needs to be taken into account. So their position was that they are well aware of such, but they have a coalition with Action South Africa, which is pressurizing them. And we said it will be up to them as to whether they will take the pressure from Action South Africa or not. Because once we start with issues of motions of no confidence, we are not going to stop, because even ourselves as the ANC, we are going to do the same, and that in itself, it will create instability, something that we don't want to see happening, because we believe in constructive opposition. We are very robust in terms of how we are opposing the DA-led coalition, but we want to be constructive so that we allow stability. We also allow our people to get services, because it does not assist for us to have a cat fight with the DA-led coalition while our people are struggling. I mean, we are just from an experience of cholera, and it has hit the township. That's where our people are. So we are saying, for that, let's have engagement. Let's ensure that we are cordial in terms of how we how we deal with each other. So that's where we are.
So how does this position then relate to what is still to take place in council then tonight, and as it relates to the motion of no confidence? Are you saying that as things stand, you believe that you have the numbers to keep Mr. Ndzwanana in his position?
Well, as the ANC, we have put our position. We will be supporting him. If they proceed as they would have wished, obviously that will create instability, because once they start doing that which we have warned them we have warned them against, we will start with motions of confidence. The numbers are so close that anything can happen.
All right.
We can succeed in defending him. They can succeed in making sure that he gets removed. But once he gets removed, what it simply means is that even ourselves as the ANC, we are going to have the very same position. We are going to put a motion of no confidence. So there will be no time to focus on ensuring that the people get services, because it will be up and down, something that ourselves as the ANC we have wanted to avoid at all costs.
But surely you can't say that should the Speaker be unseated, then you're going to file a motion against the mayor without having any credence to why you would find a motion of no confidence. At least judging by what you're saying now, it seems to me that it would be more of a tit-for-tat situation.
Well, it's not that. Remember, it's not like there are no reasons as to why we don't embark on motions and so forth. But because we have taken a posture that says we need to be very constructive in terms of how we do it. Obviously, we have halted our horses to say, okay, fine, let's afford this DA-led coalition to prove itself. But remember, there are issues like your cholera in Hammanskraal, that for sure, if we are to be malice, we can put in a motion, because cholera happened under their nose, and that's their issue. But we said because we are affording them an opportunity to rectify areas where they would have blundered and so forth, you see. So that is what we call constructive. So if but Mr.
Matjila, it doesn't sound to me that they are constructive engagements, at least by virtue of what you've said tonight, taking place between you and the other political parties in Tshwane. Because surely, if you don't believe that a mayor in his position is doing a good job, then that should be the grounds on which you file a motion of no confidence. But it can't be that you're saying you feel he's inadequate, but you're willing to stay, regardless of where you think he's failed the people of Tshwane, for the sake of what you describe as political stability.
Look, I mean, when you lead, you always falter. And if the focus will be the mistakes that you are committing, what it means is that we are not going to have a normal situation, because on every mistake that you commit, if our view is that we are going to put a motion, it means there won't be stability in the city. We are not saying they are perfect in terms of what they are doing, but for the sake of our own people, as the African National Congress, we have said we need to be constructive in terms of how we are dealing with them, but remaining very, very robust in terms of how we are. Remember, we are not in coalition with the Democratic Alliance, but we've got 70 hordes that need to be serviced. So once our focus becomes motions after motions, as if ours is to have the mayoral change, then we are going to lose the plot. So what we are saying is that as we are doing that, we think they should also do the right thing by not engaging in very wrong things of putting motions after motions. That is where we are.
All right. George Matjila, he is the secretary of the ANC in Tshwane.